Old Britain had a very different character, where cars reflected status, style, and identity. Luxury and performance models were bold, experimental, and often ahead of their time. This countdown looks back at British cars from different decades that stood out for being unusual, distinctive, and unforgettable. Number 10. Reliant Scimitar. The Reliant Scimitar was produced from 1968 to 1986, and during this long run, it built a strong identity on British roads. It had a shooting brake design that mixed sporty looks with practical estate usability, making it quite different from normal cars of its time. It was powered by a Ford V6 engine, which stayed consistent through most of its production years and gave it smooth performance on long journeys. From its early years in the late 1960s through the 1970s and into the mid-1980s, it remained a niche but respected choice for drivers who wanted something practical yet distinctive. It was never mainstream, but it maintained a loyal following throughout its production life. Number 9. Jensen Interceptor. The Jensen Interceptor was produced from 1966 to 1976, and it represented a bold mix of British design and American power during that decade. Its most iconic feature was the large curved rear window, which made it instantly recognizable throughout its production years. It used a Chrysler V8 engine, which stayed with the model for most of its life and gave it strong performance and long-distance cruising ability. Inside, it carried a luxury-focused design with leather and wood finishes that remained consistent across its production run. From the mid-1960s into the mid-1970s, it was seen as an exclusive grand tourer aimed at buyers who wanted something rare and powerful. Number 8. TVR Tasmin. The TVR Tasmin was produced from 1980 to 1987, and it marked a shift in British sports car design during the early 1980s. Its sharp, angular styling reflected the design trends of its production era, making it look futuristic compared to earlier British cars. It used Ford-sourced engines throughout its production life, tuned for performance rather than comfort. From its early 1980s introduction to its late 1980s runout, it stayed focused on driving experience rather than luxury features. It remained a bold experiment in design during its entire production period and stood out wherever it appeared. Number 7. Panther Lima. The Panther Lima was produced from 1976 to 1982, and it combined retro styling with relatively modern engineering underneath. Its design imitated classic 1930s roadsters, but during its production years, it used more contemporary mechanical components for reliability. It was based on parts from mainstream British manufacturers, which allowed it to stay usable during its entire production period. From the mid-1970s into the early 1980s, it attracted buyers who wanted vintage looks without old car limitations. It remained a niche but memorable model throughout its short production life. Number 6. Marcos Mantula. The Marcos Mantula was produced from 1983 to 1992, and it represented a raw, performance-focused era of British sports cars. Its low and aggressive design stayed consistent through its production years and made it instantly recognizable. It used Rover V8 engines throughout its run, giving it strong performance from the early 1980s into the early 1990s. The lightweight construction helped it remain fast and responsive across its entire production span. It was always aimed at enthusiasts rather than mass buyers during its production life. Number 5. Gilburn Invader. The Gilburn Invader was produced from 1969 to 1973, and it came from one of Britain's smallest manufacturers, based in Wales. It used Ford mechanical parts throughout its short production period, which helped improve reliability. Its fiberglass body design remained a key feature during all years it was produced. From the late 1960s into the early 1970s, it stayed a rare and exclusive option in the British market. Its limited production made it uncommon throughout its entire life cycle. Number 4. Reliant Rialto. The Reliant Rialto was produced from 1981 to 1998, and it became one of the most recognizable economy-focused British vehicles. Its three-wheeled design stayed consistent throughout its long production life. It was built for fuel efficiency and low running costs, which remained its core identity from the early 1980s through the 1990s. Despite its unusual appearance, it remained in production for nearly 2 decades due to its practicality. It became a common sight in Britain during its long production span. Number 3. Bristol Beaufighter. The Bristol Beaufighter was produced in the 1980s and early 1990s in very limited numbers. It carried a discreet design that remained almost unchanged during its short production run. At first glance, it looked quite simple, which was exactly what Bristol wanted. It was a car built for buyers who preferred privacy rather than attention. It used a turbocharged V8 engine that defined its entire production identity. The engine provided strong performance and made the Beaufighter one of the most powerful cars the company ever produced. Despite its performance, it was also comfortable on long journeys and offered a smooth driving experience. Inside, the cabin featured quality materials and a traditional luxury feel. From its introduction in the 1980s through its limited continuation into the early 1990s, it stayed focused on performance and exclusivity. It remained a rare luxury model throughout its production life and is still one of the least known British performance cars today. Number 2. Lotus Excel. The Lotus Excel was produced from 1982 to 1992, and it represented a more refined direction for Lotus during that era. Its design stayed consistent across its production years, focusing on balance and usability. Unlike many sports cars of the time, it was designed to be practical as well as enjoyable to drive. It used a Toyota-sourced gearbox throughout its production life, improving reliability significantly. This helped make the car easier to live with on a daily basis. The Excel also offered good handling, responsive steering, and a comfortable driving position. From the early 1980s into the early 1990s, it maintained a balance between performance and everyday usability. While it never became the most famous Lotus, it earned respect from drivers who appreciated its combination of comfort and sports car performance. It remained one of the more practical Lotus models during its production span. Number 1. Clan Crusader. The Clan Crusader was produced from 1971 to 1973, and it was one of the most experimental British sports cars of its time. Its ultra-lightweight fiberglass body remained its defining feature throughout its short production run. The car was designed with simplicity in mind and focused mainly on delivering an enjoyable driving experience. It used small engines but stayed performance-focused across its entire life cycle. Thanks to its lightweight construction, it could deliver impressive performance without needing large amounts of power. Its compact size also helped it feel agile and responsive on winding roads. From the early 1970s until production ended, it remained a niche and rare engineering experiment. Very few were built, which makes it an uncommon sight today. It is still remembered as one of the most unusual British sports cars ever produced, and remains an interesting part of Britain's motoring history. These cars were more than machines. They were ideas shaped by ambition, design, and experimentation. Each one reflected a different side of British engineering that didn't always fit its time. Together, they remain a reminder of creativity on wheels and a forgotten but important chapter of motoring history. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, take care and stay curious.